All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about how to upload an overlay or possibly, a site plan or anything else from your drawing set to give you better context when you're planning your flight for the first time. So this project right here is completely empty. We haven't uploaded anything. We haven't flown any maps. We haven't captured any ground data here. And the first thing we're going to try and do is capture a drone map on this site to give us better current conditions of what this site looks like. So in order to do this more reliably, what we can do is upload an overlay in the Explore tab before we go plan our flight in the Fly tab. So we're going to go to Layers. We're going to go find the drawing. You can either do this pull directly from your device or your ACC or Procore project. We're going to use Procore for this example, but you can use any one of those options. So if you navigate to the correct project, I am going to upload a site plan here. So this is going to give me the best context, in my opinion, for what's going to happen on this site. So I'm going to bring in this drawing and align it to the exterior so that we can see our site with better context. So I'm going to import this. All right, now I'm going to align this drawing here. So I'm going to put these pins on 2 recognizable points in the drawing, but also on the satellite imagery that I see on the ground. Another great thing once I'm aligning this, I'll show you on the next step, is the first thing I'm going to choose to align this to the base map, right? I don't have anything else in the project to align it to. And so I need to accurately get it into the right spot here. A lot of times you can do this by, just visually seeing what you see on here. A lot of times you can't. So one of the things you can do is if you have known lat longs for where these pins are supposed to be, maybe they're building corners, you can enter those in, and these pins are going to snap to the lat long coordinates. So you get there by double clicking on the pin here, and then you can hit save. So I went ahead and entered in the lat long of this pin that I got from the building corner. And once I save it, you can see that it's going to snap in place there. So this is going to be a better approximation than this satellite imagery because this is showing a 3D structure, whereas the actual building corner is way down there. So I do recommend this method to get the most precise overlay that you can. And now we're going to do the second pin here. So I'm just going to double click in there. I'm going to paste these values in. And hit save. And that will snap into actual place there. So once that alignment is done, I'm just going to hit save. And now I have my first overlay. If I want to go into that overlay, I can change the color here. So if I want it to be a brighter color, that's not the traditional one that you get from the drawing itself, you can change that to be a different color. And we're going to refresh that. We're going to go toggle that on again. All right, so while it's processing, you're going to get a low resolution placeholder, and it's going to be typically defaulted to the same settings that you uploaded as. So you can see right here we still have this overlay. It is the low resolution one, so we're going to want to wait to get the high resolution one. But the first thing we're going to want to do is show on fly page. So we want to make sure we toggle that. Okay, so this tells us right here the overlay is currently processing, so we're going to wait for that to be done. All right, now that we have our overlay processed, we're going to go to the Fly tab here. We're going to create a new map plan, which I have already done in this project. And we're going to be able to see our overlay with our map planning right here. If we wanted to go and change the colors, we can go and do so after it's fully processed. So I'm going to go make it a little bit brighter here. And I've changed that to pink so we can see this a little bit better. And now when I'm planning this flight, And now when I'm planning this flight, we can better plan our flight around the actual building or the site for things that we actually care about. So now if I had a blank field, this is where it's most handy. So think like data center projects where it's just an open field, right? There's no additional context. That's where this workflow comes into the most handy. But I still recommend aligning those overlays to the exterior with the highest level of precision to give you the best context when you're planning your flights.